All right, so in this series of videos, we're gonna end up, I just feel like it's helpful for me to end up building something. And so we're gonna build an app called Cooker. And probably because at the time I was making Flask-Commands, I was a little hungry. So I thought, let's build a cooking website. And there's things like recipes, and recipes can have things like comments, like this recipe is great. And a comment can have like an image to show your cooking product, and then you can have ingredients in a recipe. So there's a lot of good data structure, and that's what Flask-Commands focuses on, is data structures. And so we'll be able to build this out, see the views, the routes, the controllers, the models. There's nesting because recipes have ingredients, recipes have comments. Um, I even have like namespacing. So I guess without further ado, let me just demo this for you. So I built the part of this that involved Flask-Commands extremely quickly. And there's a video like of me doing this in 5 minutes. And then it took me like, I don't know, about 2 days working just an hour or so each day. So a couple hours to build out the rest of this app where it was just flushing out the controllers and flushing out the views. If you are new to web development, this really actually is a great tutorial series for you. And if you're an experienced web developer, and you're using Flask in your web development, this is going to supercharge you. So let me just demo for you real quick what we're going to build here. So it's in my project cooking, and you will end up with this shell command, run.sh, and you'll just be able to run it. And when you do that, a whole bunch of tabs will come up, and you will see the code. We can kind of go through that. And then you will see also the website pull up. So that's something that in my workflow I have been using. Otherwise, I have to remember, okay, in this project, I need to start this thing and this other thing and this other thing. So when you create a Flask application with Flask new, and which uses Flask-Commands, it builds all this for you. But you have everything on file, so you can edit it, you can change it. So here's the website we're essentially going to make. It's super simple, so I don't plan on winning any beauty contest with this. There is a list of recipes. So here's some recipes: tomato soup, here's the person who created it, lemon pasta, cucumber salad, pizza. You can click into a recipe. Notice the URL is recipes. So this is the index page. If that doesn't make any sense, don't worry, I'll cover all of this. And then here's the show page for tomato soup. So you can see the data structures here, where here's the ingredients, and then here's a list of the ingredients, here's the cooking steps, here's a list of the cooking steps. But to build this data structure, and here I use Table Plus. So here's the data structure for this. So you have recipes. So there's your recipes. You have links to your users, which I call the authors in this case. Here's your recipes have ingredients. So here's your ingredients. They refer back to recipes. So I build all this. I build all this with Flask-Commands, and I built that whole data structure in 5 minutes. There's video on that. I'll link to it. If you go into ingredients, it will take you to a namespace area. So I'm thinking of this as like there are certain users who can create recipes, but then there are other users who can view all recipes. So if you want to go back to the test kitchen, which is the area where people can create recipes, it's been namespaced, and you can create a new recipe. So I don't know. Let's say you're going to make oatmeal. Okay, and the author is going to be Morgan. So you create it, boom, it appears right here. You can go into that oatmeal and see we have not made any ingredients, no cooking steps, no comments. I can edit it. I can say oatmeal new, and it gets edited. I can delete it. So you have your full CRUD experience through this app. I'm going to I don't want to spend really any time in this video looking at code because we're going to spend all our time looking at code. I just want to give you kind of a brief overview of what we're building so you have an idea. This is on GitHub. Feel free to clone it, put it on your machine, use it however you want. If you need to use it as a teaching model, by all means, please do that. So, but you can see, you can get in here fairly deep, and the URLs, hopefully you're watching that, they're just changing. So you can go back to tomato soup, and you go to cooking steps. So now we're at the index page. Here you can go into tips on that cooking step. And so in general, it would take a lot of time to wire and to scaffold all the files that wouldn't be needed for this. I did it in 5 minutes. And then I spent like 2 minutes kind of clicking through. This video is a little bit longer, and so it kind of walks you through the whole app. All right, let's start building.